the guys that is a part of that crew for Sunday Night Football, former NFL coach Tony Dungy. He knows all about building long-term success in a franchise, and he feels Browns are headed that way.
I'm going to go away from the analytics a little bit and tell you why they're going to be good. I've talked to Kevin Stefanski a few times. He's changed the attitude and the culture, and it has nothing to do with analytics. He told me they chart on offense the number of times they knock a defensive player off his feet, and they keep track of that, and they're doing it at a very high rate, and the leader in that category is Jarvis Landry. So when you get everybody on the team buying into that's going to be our philosophy, we're going to be tougher and more physical than the other team, that's going to go a long way. When you put those great players and exciting guys together with that mentality that Kevin has taken there, I think that's why they're going to be good for a long, long time.
And Tony Dungy, you should know about that. You saw won a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers as a player, and then with the Colts as a head coach. Let's welcome back in the D-man, Dennis Manoloff. Dennis, I like what Tony Dungy had to say. I like the fact that there's a sense that the culture has changed. That's a big part, and that will play a factor in this playoff game. There's a lot going against the Browns, but when you get used to winning, you feel like you can figure a way out to win.
That's true. If anybody can figure it out, it's Kevin Stefanski as far as how to delegate and how to overcome that. That's what you would think. But to what Tony Dungy was talking about, very difficult for any coach to change the culture of a team in 1 year, especially a culture that has been so toxic and so miserable for so many years. Well, Kevin Stefanski's done it in basically 1 year, and he's done it as a first-year NFL head coach during a global pandemic. So what he has achieved this year is nothing short of remarkable. Granted, the Browns have taken advantage of what turned out to be a Charmin soft schedule, and there's no doubt about it. But they also won some key games in there, and they won 11 games in an NFL season. That's the bottom line. In a bottom line business, when you go 11-5, you are a winner for that season. And I don't even know if they're going to match or exceed 11 in the years to come, but I do think this is the step they needed to take in order to restore order, to get, some would say since 99, order hadn't been there at all. But just the second playoff berth, the second double-digit victory total, and even though 2007 wasn't the playoffs, 2002 at 9-7 was. But what you've done is you've shown these players that if they do things the right way, and if the coaching staff and the players work hand in hand, you can win games. And I think that's what the expectation will be going forward. And perennial playoff contention will be the way of the Browns for the time being. Now, when will they ascend the division hierarchy? When will they be challenging for the division every year? I don't know. Maybe as soon as next year. But at the very least, I think you're looking at a perennial playoff contender.